Hello guys, it's me, Berserk Present, and today I will be showing you how to do my version of Vaapad. Vaapad is form 7 of lightsaber combat, and it is one of the deadliest forms, and it was created by Mace Windu and some other guy that is not that important because Mace Windu is cool, you know. So basically, my version, there's only one step to this. And the rest is just your instincts, okay? Because that's basically what Form 7 is. You just let your inner darkness control your moves. It's usually people who, in Star Wars, people don't actually practice it with moves. Like in Shicho, you do these moves that are already made, but in Vaapad, you just do them with the power of your inner darkness. So what you do for my version is all you have to do is leap forward with E and then also attack and block at the same time. Because if you miss, which happens a lot, and if you block, then you have a slight chance of making the person freeze when you parry it. Because if you parry quickly, they freeze. That's what happens. That's an explanation on why you sometimes freeze when you hit someone that's currently blocking. So when that happens, then you just let your instincts do it. So basically, for my instincts, what I do is when they get parried, I just spam like a Taru. Because if you spam, then they're basically only gonna get about to 50% health, and when that happens, they're gonna attack back, which also damage you, but when they attack, they miss that block chance. So basically, you just continue killing them, and you end up with 50 health, and they end up with 0 health. But if they block during that thing, you're gonna only lose 25% of that health, and you can just easily leap back and repeat. And if you do that, you're gonna end up winning. So I have some examples that I'm gonna show you after this tutorial, and I'm gonna explain them step by step also. So all you have to do is practice this move right here. Okay, if you can practice that move and perfect it, then you have basically perfected my version of Vaapad. So basically all you have to do, so sometimes they might have like a dual lightsabers which have like, I believe, more than 10 blocks. So basically it is impractical to do that for 10 times, so what I usually do is do the same thing. Block, attack block, because sometimes you actually you can actually hit them, and when you block and they attack you back, then there's, like I told you, there's a chance that you can parry it, and then you just continue doing that for the same thing, and you always end up having more health than the other person, so basically you kill them before you die. And when you're doing this form, you gotta keep in mind your health and your force powers, because sometimes you just do this, right? You just do this, right? And then you can almost kill them, but you can't. And then he leaps into you and you die. So you gotta watch your force powers and your health, because if you have like 2 health, less than like 50% health, and you do it, but they have full health, then there's a problem, because you're gonna get killed before you can spam that attack. So I'm going to show you examples right here, and then I'm going to leave it there because I haven't mastered it. I'm just giving you an insight on how to do it. So here's the examples. So what happens here is that I was watching some people duel, and then someone said I'm going to use Vaapad, and it looked like he was using Shicho, so I once he died, I challenged him to fight, and I said, "Oh, this is real Vaapad." So basically what's happening is that I'm just depleting his blocks, and at least I think I've, in my mind, you're supposed to keep count of how many blocks you've taken, and it's, so far, at least 7 or 8 blocks have been depleted at the moment. So basically, he should have less blocks, and it's gonna get intense for him, because he's gonna run out of blocks, and he can't do his form. So basically, he's gonna say, "Oh, I'm just gonna reset because my blocks are done." So basically, when that happens, you can just use your instincts to do any form against him to counter that. Because if he has no blocks, then basically he's just a target. So basically he says, "I'm gonna reset," and I said, "Too bad, because in a real fight that wouldn't happen and you're gonna die." So he came back to rematch me. So what I'm going to do is the same thing, right? But in this one, I managed to get 10% of his health off. So basically, if you do that again, but you don't run away, you just continue attacking, he's gonna block or attack. And basically, since he has less health than you, if you continue doing that, you're gonna end up with more health. Because he's gonna die before you die. So here's an example. This will end quickly. Right now. See? So I managed to find a worthy opponent that's a Dark Jedi that uses Form 7, Juyo. And I managed to win couple, and he also managed to wreck me a couple times. But I eventually learned how he fought, and I basically destroyed him at the last rounds. So during this round, it's basically just you gotta keep in mind your health. So basically, I managed to get good hits on him with that parry because he froze, and I got him to 50 health. So basically, once he's less health than me, I can just do any move. And basically, I have a very high chance of not losing because I have more health than him.